Jacob, do you think Mary knew
Mary knew what?
that her baby boy would one day walk on water?
Mary, did she know? I don't know. But I do know one thing. And that's that Optimus Prime is pretty cool.
I was not expecting an Optimus Prime reference, Jacob. But you know what? This year, don't be Decepticons. Be Autobots. And that way, you don't get coal in your stocking.
Amen.
All right, quite an intro, Jacob.
Yeah, I think, it's been a while.
It's been a while. We're getting a little rusty. Drew some thrilling conclusions in that intro. I was really expecting you to just say munch, munch, crunch, crunch.
I was really good. And I was
then,
like, wait, that's not this episode.
Yeah, that was, I think we both kind of felt that. We took the beat. We said where we were going to say it, and then Jacob said something about Optimus Prime. So, isn't that new drink that Logan Paul has?
That was a while ago, Luke. Man, you are getting old.
No, I know. No, I got to tell you. So I tried one of these Lunchleys, right? I tried one of these.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought Lunchies was gone.
Well, this is probably 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I didn't actually know. Are they gone?
I think they're gone. Wait.
They got canceled.
I think.
You can check on it. I'll tell my review. So I go, all right. I'm gonna give you one of these Lunchleys, right? I got a KSI Logan Paul, Mr. Beast.
Was that cheese drippy?
Was that what?
Were you not there for that meme? The cheese is drippy meme?
Is that for the nachos?
Yeah, he's like, dude, the cheese is drippy, and that's what Logan Paul said.
And I can imagine they intersplice that with the cheese is wearing some Gucci or Chanel,
No, they're still being sold even though they're still mold in the packaging.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. You just got to be aware. Actually, a little mold is never bad for you. That blue cheese, that's got mold in it.
Yeah.
So keeps an immune system going. Penicillin is made out of mold. So some people are also deathly allergic to penicillin. So I don't know if that's a great thing. But so I had this Lunchly. I crack it open, right? I'm like, oh, okay. So it's basically, I got the pizza one.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically the same as the Lunchables pizza. The sauce packet felt terrible though. How the Lunchables pizza, it's got a nice robust sauce packet, right? Mm-hmm. The sauce packet is made out of thick plastic. Okay, the cheap Ziploc bags? Not even the name brand Ziploc bags, but you know how thin they feel?
Yeah.
That was what the sauce was in. It felt like the sauce could just burst out of the package at any moment.
Did it burst out of the package?
No, because I tore it open, but it was it just felt so flimsy and it was
How is the Feastables bar?
We'll get there. So I'm, you got to go with your main first. So I'm getting my pizzas out. Doing the cheese, the sauce, sauce and cheese because I'm not in Chicago. Although I have had Chicago style pizza pretty recently and it was very good. I had it in Chicago. Did
you see the bean?
I did see the bean. There's a photo of.
Oh my gosh, I love the bean. The bean.
So I throw the sauce on there. I throw the cheese on there. I throw some pepperonis on there. I'm munching down, right? That's exactly the sound I made out loud.
Yeah.
I could normally go, and eat, but I didn't. I went.
That's the sound that Luke makes now that he's in college.
It's actually, believe it or not, all college students in America make that sound when they eat.
Yeah, it's like in Charlie. It's like the.
Yeah, it's like once you turn 18 in the Charlie Brown, you start going wah 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 wah.
That's actually in real life.
It's in real life, but it only happens when you eat, and instead of wah 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 wah, it's.
Or if you're a politician, just still make that noise.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Especially if you're one of the not big name ones, it's oh, he's the other senator from Rhode Island, right? Yeah. It's do I know any senators from Rhode Island? No, but it's not. It's whatever the one that isn't famous is. So but if you're the senator from Rhode Island, please don't be offended. Also, it might be a female senator from Rhode Island. Who knows?
Luke's gonna get shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid a certain scenario.
Luke has.
No, I'm not. Jacob. I don't work in the insurance business.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, I thought that was what you were building up to.
Oh, yeah. No,
so I've got this Lunchly, right?
Yeah, and then Luigi shows up.
Yeah, from Mario.
Oh, yeah.
From Mario. Yeah,
totally.
Because they like pizza because they're Italian.
Yeah, totally,
Yeah,
totally.
that's the one,
Yeah.
Jacob.
Ooh.
Yeah, the pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm eating this Lunchly pizza. It's got the pepperonis and everything, and right, and it's okay. It's basically the same as the Lunchables pizza, maybe a little bit better on the cheese. The cheese wasn't, how the Lunchable cheese clumps together a lot, like when it's in the package. This stuff didn't clump, so they must have like some sort of anti-clumping agent or something in there to keep it loose. It's decent cheese. The pepperoni was a little thicker than the regular like the pepperoni that's in regular Lunchables. So you know how like the regular Lunchable pepperoni is kind of soft, right?
Yeah.
This stuff it was almost more like a salami thickness, so it just had a little more bite to it, which kind of I didn't love for the consistency of the pizza, because you want it kind of all be a little bit mushy.
Yeah.
But there was kind of too much bite on that pepperoni. Mm-hmm. But then I'm drinking the Prime, and I think it was the Ice Pop Prime probably, or it could have been the strawberry one, but I think it was the Ice Pop.
Yeah.
And I mean, first of all, parents,
please do not get your kids Prime.
Let me.
No, I'm gonna agree
with you.
I'm just gonna say, they have a lot of bad stuff in them.
First of all, my goodness, I think the back said like 5 calories or something. Guys, if whatever you're drinking tastes super sweet, but it has low to 0 calories, that means what you're drinking is just chemicals. And are those chemicals good for you? No. Are they probably cancer causing? Yes. I'm not a scientist, so don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty confident that they will come out with a study someday that goes, oh, sucralose is directly linked with cancer, or aspartame is directly linked with cancer. And I believe Prime has both of those. Also, don't quote me on that because I don't have one in front of me. But I know it has at least one of the two, and probably both of them.
Man.
And so...
It never happened before in history when, a chemical that everybody thought was okay to have would turn out to be linking to cancer. I mean, doesn't like thousands of famous people and non-famous people died because of that. I'm not making a reference to any other company, and now that chemical is illegal. It's not. I'm not illegal, but like.
Like smoking?
Yeah, like smoking.
Oh, okay.
Like in smoking,
Guys, hey, smoking. Actually, I was gonna make a joke and just say smoking is great for you, but like I feel like even that is just that's too much. That's too much. But smoking is bad for you, and they used to say that smoking was good for you, and I don't. Got a long day at work, you gotta relax.
They switched on vaping right now. Everybo's like, no, vaping's bad now.
Wow. Can you believe that the tobacco companies started advertising vaping as an anti-addiction solution?
Yeah, I feel like that should have been the red flag. It's like,
hey, it's me, Big Tobacco here.
We don't want you to use this product, but this product, it's way better.
Research is saying use this one instead, guys. Feel free to light up this one.
I mean, every video I've seen of like why vaping fat is like, well, they're not technically lying, but they are.
It's like
if you take only one puff, it's not that bad for you, but you can't. It's not the same feeling when you're smoking.
Well, yeah. Also, vaping versus smoking. Nobody's taking one puff of a cigarette. You're smoking at least the whole cigarette. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, comparatively, if you counted one cigarette versus one puff of a vape, yeah, it's going to be less. If you're comparing 1 to 1, it might even still be less, but it's not. Guys, this is actually a crazy thing. If you're breathing in anything other than air, that's damaging to your lungs. Because believe it or not, you're supposed to breathe in the air. Should we probably avoid pollution because it decreases the air quality? Yeah. But if you're breathing something in other than air, that's bad. What are you going to say?
I was going to say, and like, the thing that doesn't make sense to me is like there's also other options like there is non-nicotine cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if the habit is smoking, right? Start getting rid of some of those addictive behaviors, or even it's not going to cause lung cancer if you start chewing nicotine gum or if you start using nicotine patches. Like, really, that's gonna you're gonna still get your fix, but you're also not gonna be inhaling that stuff. Which
also that is a very. I'm just gonna add this. It's like a partial thing. Do not just stay on the nicotine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, as a transition period. Yeah.
I did see a video that's like, I'm in a different transition period, and they're switching
Yeah.
I'm back to smoking now.
Yeah. You go from smoking to vaping to doing the what's the new one, Zyn,
the
right?
Zyn, and
right, the Zyn.
And then you go to weed.
That's not even, doesn't even have nicotine in it.
Yeah.
And then back to smoking.
And then back to smoking. No, you gotta fit weed in there somewhere.
Yeah, because gotta encourage weed sales. Because actually, believe it or not, the government gets tax money on weed sales. So.
Man, I heard someone complaining about the high tax on cigarettes. I'm like, I wonder why.
I wonder why. It's also because
they're bad.
The U.S. government wants to make money, and so they just kind of do things that'll make them money.
And it's almost like, they've added a tax on it, so then like maybe it's not incentivized.
It is actually crazy though, because I was watching the movie War Games, right? And at one point he's standing in front of a like a convenience store. Might have been a gas station, but you can see a sign in the window that says a carton of cigarettes for $6.99.
Yeah.
Now one pack of cigarettes is like $8 or $9. It's like, guys, smoking not only damages your health, it severely damages your bank account. Like,
when did this turn to a smoking PSA?
I don't know, but jumping back to my Lunchly experience. So
man,
just like smoking, I really didn't like the Prime. It was okay, but it was too sweet, right? You know when something's too sweet?
Like Gatorade?
Like exactly like Gatorade. Gatorade, it's like, oh, I've just finished this sporting event. Let me go drink sugar water. It's like, no, I want to replenish. Like, where's the drink that just has the added electrolytes and nothing else? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want flavor. I just want somebody to. I'm sure they make it. I'm certain they make it. But am I aware of it? Like, literally just water, where they're just adding back in the potassium, the sodium. I think you lose phosphorus when running and doing other sporting events. Mm-hmm. So it's like just adding those back in. I don't know, maybe add a little zinc, a little iron, something like that. Like, just to keep your balances back up.
Yeah.
But like, you totally do not need to have 40 grams of sugar just to justify it being a sports drink.
Yeah, no, I don't get it. And then what about Feastables?
The Feastables, it was okay. It tasted like a Crunch bar basically, but
what was it? Was it the one with the peanuts in it?
No, it was just the Crunch bar, like the one with it's the same as a Crunch bar, like a regular Hershey's Crunch bar or Nestle Crunch bar.
So it's okay. I don't get it.
So it was okay, but two, it was one square. Not a square, but one rectangle. When you see like a Hershey's bar or something and you break it into multiple pieces, it's like one little one. And I was like, what is this? To be healthy? The rest of this meal is like crazy. I
will say I don't get the incentive of Feastables in any way. It's supposed to be healthier, but
okay. Remember when this website used to say no slave labor, and then they took that off?
Yeah. Now I'm really concerned that they are.
I'm fairly confident that they switched to using Nestle as their supplier.
Also,
now the Nestle people.
Also, the entire Mr. Beast drama went like in a circle. Like it went from, well, Mr. Beast is a bad guy to, oh, this guy who's exposing Mr. Beast is a bad guy. And now it's just full circle. So I don't really know who's the bad guy.
Well, regardless, Logan Paul's always got drama. KSI makes mediocre music. Mr. Beast has incredible amounts of drama. Like his Amazon show is coming out.
Remember when we thought that Mr. Beast couldn't be touched by drama? Do you remember when that was said? Like, it was like, Mr. Beast...
Yeah, that was like a big thing on the internet.
It was like, Mr. Beast can't have drama.
He can't have drama. He's too wholesome. And it's like, no, this guy can very much get drama.
Imagine talking to yourself like 4 years ago being like, guys, stuff goes downhill quick.
Yeah. But no, I was going to say this about Prime. Another thing that's really deceptive about Prime, and I've heard this said in several like other like podcasts and YouTube videos when talking about it, is like, it's really hard for parents and children to distinguish between the energy drink and the, quote, hydration beverage, right? Which is like their sports version, right? Because you got the plastic bottle, which is like the one that comes in the Lunchly.
Wait, there's two different ones?
But the canned ones are the ones with caffeine in them.
Oh, they make ones with caffeine in them?
Yeah, and it's like the same amount as, I think, a Red Bull. It's don't quote me, but it's pretty close. So it's like the same name, right? The same flavors, but one of them has 60 milligrams of caffeine, let's say. It might be more. But let's say 60 milligrams of caffeine, and the other one has no caffeine. And additionally, I don't know that the other ones are sugar-free as well. So it's like there might be sugars added to that. So think about it in a situation. You've got a kid. He gets a Lunchly. He really enjoys it. And then, he says to his parent or whoever's taking care of him, "Oh, can I get a Prime, right? Because I had it in that thing that you bought me, right?" And then the parent grabs the incorrect one. And yes, it's on the parent to check, but presumably they read it the first time, right? They read it, saw what was in it when the kid got the Lunchly, and they were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's got some added chemicals, some fake sugars, but he's just having one. One once a week is probably not going to hurt him." Yeah. I mean, we'll find out some studies in 50 years, but
turns out people who drink Prime.
Turns out one sip of that Prime and you're gone. Life expectancy.
Worst epidemic in history, the Prime drink.
Yeah, but no, that was a joke, by the way.
That will not happen.
That was also in Minecraft.
That was not on my bingo card.
Yeah,
please don't kill Logan Paul.
So, what I was saying is, so like, let's say they were responsible. They checked the first time. They'll just assume that it's the same ingredients and it's just in a can, because why would something that's named the same thing have two different formulas, right? And so let's say they get it for the kid. Now the kid's wired. The parent checks and they're like, "What? I didn't know that it had 60 milligrams of caffeine in it." So it's like, it seems deceptive. It seems like they could totally be marketed differently. Do they have to be under the same name? And it really seems like the goal with that is get kids to buy this thing so they also buy this thing. This
is going to be a great transition. Speaking of the Pauls, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
A classic fight.
That was also pretty deceptive. He was going to win that fight.
Yeah.
He's going against... how old is Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson is, I believe, 58 or 59.
Yeah. He's going up to an almost 60-year-old man.
So, and the thing too is, I think people go, "Oh, Mike Tyson should have beat him. Mike Tyson is 58. He hasn't boxed anyone professionally in, I want to say it's like 16 or 17 years. And additionally, think about it this way. Mike Tyson isn't versing somebody who's also a retired boxer. He's versing somebody who is an up-and-coming boxer. So it's like, it's completely different. This guy's almost half his age, and maybe even below half his age. And it's like, yeah, of course. But I honestly was impressed. I watched the fight. I was impressed that Mike Tyson was able to go all 8 rounds with him. Because, think about it this way. Look at other almost 60-year-old men. Are they going to be able to go 8 rounds in a ring with a current boxer? No. I don't think so. So I think actually big props to Mike Tyson for doing it, and I'm sure he got some good money out of it. I did see that he got a little lawsuit going on over it.
Wait, why is he got a lawsuit?
Essentially, one of the sponsors of the event was upset because you know how it was supposed to be back in April, and then they had to move it to November. I think right, it was November. Yeah. They had to move it to November because of some conflict that Mike had. I think he was sick or something. And because of that, the sponsor was upset because they didn't let them know early enough. And so then it caused issues with the sponsor money and things like that. Got it. Because, the sponsor's based it on, this money will come in at such and such a time. But then it didn't because the event hadn't premiered. Yeah. And so, yeah. There's people who obviously will say that the event's fake. I don't know that it was faked or anything.
I just think it was sad.
I'm sure people could do more in-depth analysis. It was just like neither one of them had crazy hits or anything. There were no knockdowns, no knockouts. It was really just two guys both swinging, and the points too were very close. I mean, it was like had Mike had 3 or 4, 5 more good hits, and maybe Jake missed a couple of them, then they would have been really dead even. So, yeah, it was one of those where it comes down to judge's decision, and yeah, it was unanimous, but it was unanimous, just slightly in favor of Jake Paul. So
yeah, I also I find this very funny. This is just with the Pauls in general. Is like whenever Logan always plays this thing where he's like a victim, and he's like, "Why does everybody hate me?" Mm-hmm. I'm like, do you remember what you did? Do you remember why you were off the internet for what was it? he was gone for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes back and he's just more of a douchebag. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. The infamous guys, I'm in Japan. Let me take you on a tour. Oh no, I think there's something hanging over there. You know, that video.
And he really, even though he said he's changed,
it's like he's always done very similar things, and there's an infamous video of him trying on those scam glasses for colorblind people, right? The ones that are just red tinted. Seriously, you can watch a video on it. Just if you just look up like colorblind glasses thing, like colorblind glasses scam type thing. And there's been some great research done on those, like the Enchroma company, I think, is one of the ones, and several other places that advertise like colorblind glasses, so like to make colorblind people able to see better, see colors more accurately. And there's this video of Jake Paul, and he's literally. Logan Paul. There's video of Logan Paul, and he like tries on the glasses, and he's got this crazy reaction. He's like, "Oh my goodness, I can see color." It's like whatever. And then there's other videos of him like very clearly being able to see in color without the glasses on, and like he's able to identify the colors and stuff. And it's like, dude, you were just doing it for clickbait, just doing it for views. And additionally, those glasses are such a big scam, and you see content creators using them all the time. I can think of, this is to get into another content creator who's infamously
canceled right now.
I would argue canceled. Yeah. So there's this Dream video, right?
Oh no, I forgot about him.
So Dream and the George guy, on his channel, they did one where it's like George, because George is colorblind, and so he tries on these glasses, and like the whole video is just him being able to see colors in Minecraft, and it's like, whoa, it's so crazy. And there's like approximations of what he sees versus what he sees like with the glasses on and stuff. And it's like, it's such a scam because the glasses do not work, and there's been thorough research to debunk those glasses, down to even like clips that were officially published by the website. And it's like, additionally, these glasses aren't cheap. It's not like, oh yeah, it's a $20 pair of glasses. These are like hundreds of dollars. Like we're talking $100, $200, $300, $400 glasses.
That's crazy.
And it's like, imagine somebody sees this. Oh, my favorite YouTuber, right? Like let's say the kid loves Logan Paul or loves Dream. Oh, my favorite YouTuber, they showed off the glasses. Mom and Dad, I'm colorblind. For Christmas, this is all I want, right? All the kid wants is to see color. Think about how insane it is that he's gonna open that on Christmas morning, and he's gonna get a pair of glasses that are red tinted, and he's gonna put them on, and his color vision is going to be essentially no better than it would have been. Maybe there'll be slight improvements in how much green he sees because, like, the red-green cones and stuff. But, like, it's not going to be night and day. He's still going to be colorblind with the glasses on, and it's not going to be oh my goodness, he can see color. He has maybe slight improved color in his green cones. So, yeah, no. I agree, though. Logan Paul...
He always, and I don't know if it's getting annoying to me, but like the whole thing where, do you remember when like they did the 100 YouTubers in the box thing?
Yes.
And he was all like, "Oh, Ludwig's just such a bad guy, and like he hates on me because I'm easy to hate on." I'm like, no, well, yeah, you're easy to hate on because you're a bad person.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. No, it's like, I totally agree. I feel like if you're a YouTuber who is consistently getting canceled and consistently having
issues
and consistently getting, okay, if Charlie Moist Critical is always commenting on you, if you've always got Dolan Dark making his his little slop live videos, you got if CoffeeZilla's making videos about you,
Sunny V2
if Sunny V2 makes videos on everybody,
I don't think you even have to do anything wrong.
Yeah, but no, seriously, it's like,
what did that guy get found out for? Do you remember that?
Who?
Yeah, it was like bad.
It was Sunny V2?
Yeah, I think he was anti-Semitic.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So seriously, like, if you're consistently getting
Charlie,
if you get a Moist Critical video like once a month, you're probably doing something wrong.
Logan Paul did something crazy.
Yeah. The Logan Paul situation is insane.
I love those videos. I'm like, what did Logan do this time, boy?
It's like all of the video titles are exactly the same, and it's funny.
I love watching Charlie watch the car chases.
Yes. love the LAPD. shout out to LAPD.
Let's go, guys.
But yeah, so tried the Lunchly. I'm in the store to buy this Lunchly, and I'm in the chip section because I want to get a bag of Cheetos. Stock the room, and well, first of all, I got 2 comments here. So the first one will be funny, and the second one is like an actually serious thing about prices at grocery stores. But firstly, I'm getting my chips. I'm getting my Cheeto Puffs, right? Big bag of Cheeto Puffs.
Oh, Cheeto
right?
Puffs are the hit.
Love the Cheeto Puffs.
Cheeto Puffs are so good.
So I'm getting these, and there's this family, presumably the mom and dad, and then like three kids, I think, 2 or 3 kids. I think 3 kids, we'll say.
Oh gosh, what happened?
And this little boy walks up to me, and I've got the Lunchly in my hand, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, it's a Lunchly!" He's like, "Where do you find it?" I, gestured. I'm just like, "It's on the back wall over there, right?" And he's like, "Mom, Dad, can I get a Lunchly?" or whatever he said. I'm assuming they were his parents. And so he scampers over there. But while they were in that aisle, they were picking out chips, and I thought to myself, this one bag of Cheeto Puffs is almost $6. I'm not even joking. It was like $5.50, $5.60, right?
How big was the bag?
It was the not the standard, but the whatever the one above it.
Family
so
size.
Either family or party. I think
sized.
I think it was family sized, right?
You've seen the ones that say fun.
Yeah. So it was a decent sized bag of chips, but this family got 5 bags of chips, and I thought to myself, that's between $25 and $30 just on chips. These food prices are insane. It's like, and I can imagine all of the healthy alternatives are more expensive than that. So it's like, now I don't know that this family was in this situation. There's nothing to go off of. But let's say, for instance, there was a family that's in a low income environment, right? They're financially challenged, and they're also in that scenario where, we got to go grocery shopping. What are your options, right? A bag of chips is $6. How are you feeding your family? Like, fresh produce is also rather expensive. It's like the cheapest food currently is the least healthy, and even that food is expensive. And it's like, there's these huge food companies. I'm looking at Frito-Lay, right? I'm looking at Pepsi. I'm thinking, even you've got some of the, like, Colgate, Palmolive. I don't know that they actually make any food products, but they make a lot of household products. You got Johnson & Johnson. You got Coca-Cola, obviously. You've got all these big companies that are controlling huge portions of the food and household industries, and they can charge exorbitant prices, and there's essentially no regulation on this. It's like, the bag of chips can be $15. Like, it's not, but I'm saying, like, there's nothing to really stop them from charging that. And yes, the non-name brand chips might be cheaper, but even at this store, let's say for instance the store I was at was named Schmroger, right? Schmroger. I don't know why I'm doxing huge companies in this, but not Schmroger, right? But let's say this is a grocery store, right? Yeah, because I don't want the people from that store to get me, but the ones from Pepsi and Frito-Lay and what was that one we
I don't think
earlier?
Schmoger's gonna be the one.
Schmoger's not gonna get me. But let's say the Schmoger brand chips are they're gonna still be $4. So it's like, yeah, you might save $1.50, but their chip price is gonna go off of whatever the big brands say, right? Let's say Cheetos suddenly are $7. The Schmoger brand chips are gonna be $5.50 at least. And so, sure, you're gonna save $1.50, but if the big name chips had to be $3, then you could have $1.50 on the Schmoger brand chips. So I'm just pointing out, like, sure, it's cool that you're making crazy money, but let's look at the fact that there are income challenged families that are getting less food for the week because they can't afford to spend $6 on chips whenever they feel like. And so if that is one of the things they buy, that's $6 it's taking away from proteins, from healthy fruits and veggies and things like that that could be in their diet. And those are also expensive too. Yeah. So that was that Lunchley story.
Luke has made so many enemies in one episode, I think more than we have ever.
Well, not collectively, but this might be a new cap on this episode. I feel like
I
feel like this show really went from conspiracy theories to haha, it's funny, it's our week, and then back to conspiracy theories, but in the sense that, oh my goodness, all of these monopolies are bad.
No, I don't think these are conspiracies. I think this is just realizing.
These are just facts.
These are just realizing what's going on.
This is like, haha, the moon landing fake. This is more like, your company is charging exorbitant rates for household products. Can we talk about that? In the average bathroom,
okay, please.
Every single product in there is produced by the same two companies: Johnson & Johnson, Colgate-Palmolive, right? I guess Unilever is in there too. But like the thing is, like, you've got no options. You stand, you look at the shelves, right? You look at the shelf, you're like, let me get the Head and Shoulders, right? You want, like, because let's say you're getting shampoo, the Head and Shoulders, the that let's say that you get the Axe,
the Native,
I actually don't know about Native, but I would assume that Native is made by Unilever. You've got Old Spice. That's gonna be one of those. And so like, you got 2 or 3 companies that it's the idea that, oh, sure, it looks like a lot of options, but all of these options are really just the same couple of companies, and I'm sure that they decide what their prices are going to be, and so they could drive those up. And it's like suddenly toothpaste and shampoo and everything are like out of proportion on pricing, and additionally, those are much, much less likely to have a non-name brand alternative. You know, there's no Schmoger brand shampoo. There might be one option, but you know what I'm saying? Or even the toothpaste. Very rarely am I in a toothpaste section and I see a non-name brand toothpaste, right? So these companies, these are basic health items, and they are charging whatever they feel like. So that's just me going off on big companies, Jacob.
Luke just made, at least, except for Schmoger.
Yeah, Schmoger. I don't know what I could be referring to there. It's, guys, in case you don't know, it's a kind of a Midwest grocery store chain that rhymes with Schmoger.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jacob, any fun, exciting news? Did you try any Lunchleys?
I have not tried any Lunchleys. I'm trying to think of something that's happened since we've been gone. I got something. One sec. Someone's got to have come back or died or done something very wrong.
the three things that can happen in life. Somebody comes back. Somebody dies. Somebody
gets canceled.
Gets canceled. 3 options.
Court Kenshin came back. That happened.
You know what else? You know what else happened?
What?
There was a presidential election.
There was a presidential election, and that did happen. What we will not be.
And so one of those 3 options did happen. Somebody either came back, they died, or they get canceled. I guess 2 of those options could have happened.
Yeah, actually, I think all of those options happened.
Who died?
Well, we're not gonna say who died. He was really he was a big CEO.
No, that's not what that was not election related. Jacob.
It could have been.
It could have. It could have been.
I mean, I don't have any information on
theory.
it. I do not have any information on it. Please do not text me, call me, FBI. I don't have any information on this man.
FBI comes knocking.
No, there's been like multiple people who made like videos about the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like just so funny. They're straps, and they get counted by the FBI. Like, what do you know? I'm like, I do not know anything about him.
Wait, you're saying people, and then you're saying I. So you saying you made a thirst trap about this guy?
No, I didn't. Okay. Please don't call me.
Okay.
Or.
And also, everything that's been said in this joke was everything that's said in this episode has been a joke and is in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And actually, the whole everything that we've ever done has been a joke and in Minecraft, unless it was religious, in which case it was not a joke. And it is very serious.
But it wasn't Minecraft.
I mean, you know.
Sometimes, you know.
You can talk to people about God in Minecraft.
Dude, I gotta look up some salvation stories for Minecraft. We were playing Hypixel.
We're playing Hypixel. I fell off of the bridge, but my teammate clutched and he got their bed. And
then we became friends and he saved me.
Kind of like Jesus.
Kind of like, in Bed Wars where you have to clutch up for the team. That's gonna be the next. Just like how you have to clutch up in Bed Wars, guys. You gotta clutch up on Jesus.
I feel like this is getting more and more close to just being heretical. All right, so jumping back, we've spent the whole, and by we I mean I, we spent the whole episode just talking about companies and
Joel Osteen did their Christmas show. Did you see that?
Really?
Yeah. It was very expensive.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Think of all of the desperate families that could have been fed. Really, actually a lot.
A lot.
A lot. Like,
why did we have to own the old Houston Rockets Stadium for a church?
Guys, we needed it. We needed it.
We needed the swimming pool on top of the...
Did they actually have a swimming pool?
No, I'm just joking. That'd be really funny, though. Some pastors should put a swimming complex on top of their church.
I feel like the roof weight would be crazy, and you'd have to add, like, trusses and... But
that would never get signed up by the city.
No, the city would. But if the city was making that tax money off of selling weed, they might be okay with that. So, yeah. What other big corporations can we?
I'm not gonna.
Let's
go off of companies that don't exist, like Standard Oil.
Shout out to Standard Oil, which was definitely broken up and does not exist at all.
Well, I mean.
The Standard Oil basically just reconglomerated with the fact that, like...
Amoco.
You've got Amoco and... Mobile. Sunoco.
Exxon.
Exxon and Mobil. Yep.
I'm just saying.
They're really all... There's like...
This
is another one. This is just like the thing with the shampoo. Oh, there's 5 different gas stations. Let me pick one.
What about Speedy Q?
It's all going in the pockets of the same couple
Speedy
people.
Q.
Like you've
that
really
one that looks like the flower. BP,
yeah.
BP.
British Petroleum. That one actually I don't know was ever owned by Standard Oil. So.
No, why is it called British Petroleum?
Because it's British.
Bow, 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 bow. That
is Hail to the Chief, which is the theme for the United States president. So yes, very British.
I have been struggling to do God Save the Queen.
That was not God Save the Queen.
I know.
I was going to say that's as far as you can get. That's not as far as you can get, but that's pretty far. Also, R.I.P. the Queen, guys. I don't know if we've talked about that enough.
She's been dead for a while.
R.I.P. the Queen. Sorely missed. How long is King... What's King Charles?
Is it Charles? I think maybe it's Charles.
How long has King Charles been around? Like a little while?
I mean, well, he's pretty old, so yeah, he's been around.
I don't know that he'll be around for much longer. That was a joke, though. That was very much a joke.
We're not making any visits to London anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like a specific man who might have made jokes about killing the Queen of England, and then he went to England, and then the same weekend, the Queen died. So I'm not making any allegations that maybe...
He might have had something to do with it.
He might have had something to do with it.
He probably just said hi, and she had a little jump scare, and
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Because she was such a big fan of him.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, Jonathan.
Yeah. I thought his name was Jared.
I don't know. There's so many different names that
his first name is Jay, though.
We know it's Jay.
Actually, I thought about this today. What if his first name doesn't start with a J at all?
No, it has to, because I think that's his last name.
I don't think it actually is. I don't think any part of it's his actual name. Because
he could just be lying to everybody.
Think about that. Like, that would make it so much easier is if he just picked a name because it sounded funny, and then everybody's like, "Oh, his name's such and such."
No, because I think Schlatt's like a common last name, but like a last
yeah, but
name.
It could be. But it's like, regardless. I like how we just said who we were saying allegedly is that person.
Allegedly.
Yes, James Charles Schlatt.
James Charles, that goes crazy.
That's his full name.
That's full name right there. We just doxed him.
Yep.
He lives in New York.
He does live in New York. Allegedly.
Not New York City,
in
though.
Minecraft.
Not in New York City.
Yeah. Just like Andrew Cuomo.
Rural New York.
Starts spreading.
Oh, yeah, they're having the thing. Oh, the drones in New Jersey.
The drones in New Jersey. I really did not pay attention for that round of news.
No, it's still going on.
But yeah. But I mean, I that one. If you want to take away, I mean, go ahead.
So basically, there's drones over New Jersey, and
I got that from
they're huge. They're car sized.
They're car sized.
They're car sized.
Wait, those could be packing bombs.
Yeah, and you know what? And the government still hasn't authorized to shut them down. So,
guys, those could be nukes.
I'm just saying that. Remember in Independence Day when they're spreading. They're spreading.
Like the drones are multiplying.
Like no, they're not doing. They're not pulling. This is gonna go to it. They're not pulling in Alcatraz. That's a very small reference to anyone who just got that.
Like the movie Alcatraz?
No, like the ever seen Monument Mythos?
Oh no. Okay.
Alcatraz is actually a cellular object that can.
Okay, that was a really niche reference.
Yeah, it's a really niche reference, but anyone who's watched Weapons Legion got you there.
But you're saying they're car size.
No, they're car size.
Spreading.
They're spreading out. They're in New York City now, and they're about to. I think they're trying to get authorization to shoot them down.
Guys, really.
I'm just saying they're probably.
There should already be F-14s. Just actually, I don't even think we use F-14s anymore. There should be There should be What are we use? 22s. You have 17 still.
Maybe.
Regardless, get some fighter jets up there and just. Pew pew, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
even ground to air missiles.
I'm just saying, if they are nuclear weapons, wouldn't that
No, but because you'd rather have it blow up in the air than on the ground.
Like low altitude. Like
how low are they?
Like not like low enough where like if you were to blow it up, it'd probably cause damage to the city.
I've got a new suggestion, right? You know the big cargo airplanes. you swing real low. You open up the back, and then you
pick them up.
You just scoop them up with a net, right? You just scoop them up. You throw them in the back.
That's crazy.
And then you can fly them like way out somewhere, and then they'll blow up over there.
I watched a video about when the U.S. just blew up an island.
Nice.
When they used the first test of the hydrogen bomb, where they were like,
they love doing that.
And it just destroyed the island. I mean.
Yeah, and the environment perfectly fine.
Yeah, totally. Maybe the nuclear arms race was a bad idea, guys.
Wait, really?
No, yeah. Now it's starting up again. Did you hear about that?
Is it really?
Yeah, because China's starting to build more nuclear weapons, so the U.S. got to start building nuclear weapons. So that means Russia's got to start building more nuclear weapons. So let's go, guys. Guys, I gotta say, everything went downhill after Technoblade died. I wish he was still alive. It seems like he was the only one keeping the world together.
Everything being tied into the famous funny Minecraft man.
I'm just saying, everything was calmer when he was alive. Like, think about all that's happened since then.
That's
Mr. Beast wasn't canceled yet. Wilbur wasn't canceled yet. I'm hoping you guys know. Logan Paul was still
canceled, but he hasn't been canceled that many times at that point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Crypto Zoo hadn't happened yet.
Yep. Well,
Chris Tyson was. No, he probably was still. Wow.
Why not canceled yet?
Not get canceled yet. I mean, yeah. Maybe it was just that we didn't know what was going on when Techno was alive, but now we do.
Yeah, but everybody stay informed. If you see somebody struggling and in need, help them out because the chip prices are getting insane these days.
And if you see any drones in the air, call for help.
Yep, call for help. Call your local grocery store, your local Schmogers, and say, hey, I know your food's expensive, and I know your household objects are expensive, but can you come help me out? Can you come take out these planes and drones?
Drones.
And yeah, well, stay safe out there and have a very Merry Christmas. See ya.
Ho ho.